Las Vegas and the world. Welcome to another edition of Kiwanis Connects. That's right. It is Friday, May 31st, post Memorial Day, the unofficial start of summer. I'm Aaron Phillips, anchoring here in Las Vegas for theoretically the last time before hiatus takes effect. Of course, to my left on screen, you're right if you're looking at it at home. He is our guest today from Little Iguana, a returning guest. God only knows why. He's up for more punishment. Jim Tomaszewski joins us. And, of course, roadside service Val, as you see in the background. AAA said you better meet us somewhere else in order to get Wi-Fi connection to join the show. Beautiful Doc Val. Good morning, folks. How are you today?
Very good. Very
good.
So Val, you know what? You might get her. Yeah, really. Soliciting for shows, sitting in a parking lot. This looks like a perfect, on-scene set, like you would see in the news. There's Val. She got the beautiful background of the mountains. She's obviously, you're sitting in at least a director-style chair or something, because I know you're not standing all this time. Is Andy holding the camera, or do you have it on some tripod or something?
I have it on my full tripod, and Andy's at home going, when is the light coming on? Where is the light? But he's going to actually...
Go ahead, Val.
He's going to drive down here and actually come and park beside me so that he can wave at you later on. So
okay,
he wants to hear the dad.
He's just coming down for dad jokes, and I get it. As you see, the book is ready. And Val, once again, I will not disappoint your husband. I am ready to go today.
Love it.
Doing that in honor of Andy. So, anyway. Everybody, thank you for watching. Of course, you can watch us on our Kiwanis Connects Facebook page, which the majority of you do, and we thank you. You can also go to the WWDBTV Las Vegas. It's a new Facebook page. You got to add the words Las Vegas now, and you can watch it there. Of course, on YouTube, the Kiwanis Connects channel and the WWDBTV channel. That has not changed. You got those two. And last, but certainly not least, if you have Roku, if you don't, you should, for no other reason, because this show is on Roku. You can download Roku, watch all the shows, and, of course, the what, John? The plethora of shows that are available. Boy, you fell asleep on the switch back there.
I was just about to say something else, and I...
Oh, you had a different word?
Yeah, better not.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. But have you noticed how the word plethora or plethora now is starting to show up in every commercial lately and all over TV? And so we should have patented and trademarked that word. But Daniel Webster may have had an issue with that. Anyway.
The first time I heard that word, Aaron, was when I was watching The Three Amigos with Martin and them,
Chevy Chase, Steve Martin,
and the guy goes, and the plethora of all my, and the little guy goes, you know what that is? And he goes, yes, I know. He goes, you don't know what that is. I am so sorry. I do not have the intellect that you have. And it was wicked funny. And I'm like looking up plethora,
Around here, the word plethora is like the Groucho Marx word of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, so Val, what's going on since we last chatted 2 weeks ago? Because, of course, last week we re-aired because of Memorial Day, Frank Pizarro's nonprofit, Firefighter Memorial Transport. So what's going on the last couple of weeks?
We have been so busy traveling all over, and I am amazed at how much work Kiwanians are doing. Most people take time off during Memorial Day, and they just kind of lay back and start getting sun. And we had over 150 high school students getting ready for the new year. They were all down in Rancho Cucamonga doing their training. So Key Club and the Kiwans, I send a shout out to you, because while your peers are out on the beach, you are making a difference in the world. So I just love them.
Right on. Good morning, Herman. Herman checking in from 29 Palms Kiwanis Club. Good morning, our good friend. Listen, one thing about Herman, if you ever want a sugar shock, he's always selling candy. So just keep an eye out for Herman selling chocolate somewhere, sometime. He will feed you your sugar for the day. Now,
Sugar Daddy.
Sure, he's our sugar daddy. Oh, even better. I love it, John. Good one. That's a good one for the day, John. I love it. You're done. Jim joins us. I met Jim for the first time last August at our district convention up in Reno, Val, and the Little Iguana program has been around for quite some time. and it was a great experience to meet Jim. So, Jim, welcome to the show. Great to see you again.
Well, thank you.
Just for the purposes of newbies, because we've reached an audience now truly international, and there's going to be a ton of people who've never heard of or seen Little Iguana, what it's about. So if you could just kind of give us an abridged version about how this started and what the initial goals are before we get into updates on what you're doing.
Oh, sure. Quick. 30 years ago, I had children, decided that I was going to create something that could save them from everyday safety to stranger awareness to being kind, healthy, respectful, something every kid needs to turn to, and lo and behold, 30 years later, it turned into some television, some Emmys, some live musicals, some online curriculum, some products, some programs, and best of all, a lot of lives saved. And we're really excited. I mean, all the awards, all the handshaking with the presidents and you name it, sporting and movie stars and whomever, means nothing more than what the lives that we've changed and helped, and really excited about it. So it's kind of where we are right now.
Can you quantify, if you can, in those 30 years, a number of the lives that you've saved, helped, changed, supported, whatever category you want to call it?
Couldn't even imagine, because not only are the ones that we hear of, whether it's the 3-year-old that we helped with our harm alarm program escape, an awful experience in their life, or the 16-year-old that remembered our silly, stupid songs when she was in 2nd grade and escaped the level 3 sex offender, but all the other ones that how do you say you save somebody if they don't get run over by a car? That you've saved them. If they got run over by a car, then I guess we didn't save them. But there are thousands. I mean, we've performed, and our program has been seen by literally millions of people. The live stage show, 3 million people. Our TV series, was in 44, 50 million homes. So you just really can't. You know exactly the ones you've saved in the large thousands of, but you don't even really know, exactly.
Right.
I can tell you that you are a part of my family because after we were in Reno, I brought my little stuffed iguana and the book home to my grandson. And he goes, "Oh my God, I just saw a little iguana. Now I have my own little iguana." And I just went, wow, wow.
Yeah.
And he knows the songs. And
Yes.
so I've been able to just resonate with how powerful the message is that you have, and it's in a way that really makes a difference for kids. And so, the singing and the dancing. What little kid doesn't want to sing and dance?
Yeah, it's the way to bring home the message, Val. I mean, let's be honest. If we all sit there for 5 seconds and we all think to ourselves, what did we learn in 4th grade? What did we learn in 2nd grade? What did we learn in kindergarten? Okay. Can you tell me? I can't. I don't even know who my teachers were. Never mind what I learned and what school I went to. But you know what? If you played music that was on the radio during those times when I was a kid, I could sing all the words to the songs. So why wouldn't I try to teach kids in a way that they can learn, So this is where we're at right now. Teaching through music, fun, role playing, play learning, as we call it. It's the best way to teach anybody anything.
Very cool. That was Andy doing a drive-by.
Well, I was going to make a comment and say, "Oh, we got a looky-loo going by, wondering what's going on," which happens in any news report. So he has arrived, is what we're saying, which is great.
Ask him if he wants to join Kiwanis.
Yeah, ask that guy if he wants to join Kiwanis. That's a good point.
Hand him a pamphlet. Are we gonna actually visualize a kidnapping or something? Are we gonna be like 18 million views all of a sudden? It's like, yeah, I told you there'd be a lot of people watching this. We see her get drug off,
We'll do a little role play. Andy comes in with the mask on.
No, he said He's gonna go get me coffee in town.
Gary
So I
Graham.
have
I'm sorry, hang on. Gary Graham put a message in there saying he couldn't find us on Facebook. He's watching us on YouTube. But Gary, according to John here in the studio, you were not looking on the right Facebook page. I don't know what that means.
Just go to Kiwanis Connects.
Just hit the Kiwanis Connects button. But you've been there. But you can stay on YouTube. That's fine.
Stay on YouTube.
Whatever works for you. But anyway, so it's interesting, and you're right, because it's funny. My wife and I could be driving around. I'm sure you guys have experienced this, and you're listening to the radio, right? And a song comes on from 30, 40 years ago, from the 70s, let's say, and you're singing along to it. The words just keep coming out, but yet 30 minutes prior, you don't even remember what you were doing, where you were, or what you had for breakfast.
Correct.
So that goes to the point of how the children's brains are so moldable with the right messages that they do tend to remember them as we grow up. And it's funny you mentioned about not remembering what we did in kindergarten. As soon as you said that, I had one memory and one memory only that popped up. We had a time where we were able to come in and like build something with real wood and nails. And my grandfather was an upholsterer. So we had nails and fabric and all that. And we brought it in and we're all hammering away and everything. And I remember the principal coming in telling the teacher, you guys are too loud. You're going to have to stop banging all that stuff. And so here we were, little tapping on the nails. Okay. Kindergarten. And that's what I remember. So you're right. The brain is so impressionable the younger we are. And that stuff which seemed so important then that today we look at is almost silly, but the message never goes away.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That's why it's music. Music.
That's right.
And we make it simple, stupid. It's so easy for people to use the programs, like I always go to my fellow Kiwanians and I speak with them and I say, hey, did you ever use a look up Little Iguana? No. I understand that they have their own community programs and many of them have been doing them longer than I've been alive. I mean, and I get that and I understand that. But right now in our world, this is just a helping hand to actually get these messages in the hands of young kids. It helps them bring in younger families. I mean, because, we're in front of moms and dads, even grandmothers, because a lot of grandparents are raising their children in society. So it helps them. It helps them figure out when to teach what lesson and how to, how do I teach buckling up alongside of who's a stranger or take a buddy with you or things of that nature, well, here it is. It's at fingertips. You could do it from your computer. And if you can't, and you're not computer savvy, you could still do it with physical products, sent out. So it's gotta be easy. It's gotta be easy. If I go to a lot of speaking events and, trying to understand like in a conference, and here's a person explaining, who's a good stranger, who's a bad stranger, here's your inner circle, here's your outer circle, I'm 61 years old. I'm like looking at the ceiling, looking at spiders. I'm like, because you're lost. You just imagine what a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old is, because they have less of an attention span than I do, right, if that's possible. But again, it's you got to make it easy, remember, quick. I remember. Who's a stranger? Everybody's a stranger unless you have permission. But what's permission? Look at mommy, daddy in the eyeballs and asking and getting a yes. So a stranger is anybody that I don't do eyeballs, ask, yes. Simple. Right.
That's like the old KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stupid, right? I mean, that's what it
absolutely.
comes down to. Now we're going to step aside for our first break. When we come back, though, we'll turn it over to you. We're going to run the Little Iguana commercial that Jim was kind enough to send us. We'll run that. Maybe one. Ignore the watermark, I was told, and also maybe we'll back it up with one of our club's commercials that we've run. 29 Palms, because Herman's listening. We'll run his commercial too. You're watching Kiwanis Connects. We got Jim for Little Iguana. Val is somewhere on the side of the road waiting for AAA. I'm only kidding. We'll be right back.
Hello, my fellow Kiwanians. I'm Jim Tomaszewski from Nashua, New Hampshire Kiwanis here to share life-saving programs and easy-to-use products from Little Iguana's Children's Safety Foundation. Let's team up to bring Little Iguana innovative programs into your communities. Purchase our Gift from the Heart book for every school, library, and child in your community. This book is so unique because once you scan the QR code, the story comes to life. Little Iguana storyteller reads the story out loud.
Let's go find Roos so we can get permission.
So children hear the pronunciation of every word and how they're used in the story. The story features music and educational lessons along the way, making the book a must for every child learning to read. Another way is to gift the Safety Up memberships to elementary schools, homeschool groups, churches, or use the membership for yourselves at your Kiwanis Kids community programs. Visit littleiguanausa.org to find out other ways your Kiwanis Club can bring Little Iguana to the children in your community.
Kiwanis International is a global community of clubs, members, and partners dedicated to improving the lives of children one community at a time. Today, we stand with more than 550,000 members, from K-Kids to Key Club to Kiwanis, for all ages in over 80 countries around the world. Each community has different needs, and Kiwanis empowers members to pursue creative ways to serve the needs of children, such as fighting hunger, improving literacy, and offering guidance. Kiwanis clubs host nearly 150,000 service projects each year.
For more information, contact Herman Platsky at KiwanisClubOf29Palms.com.
All right, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. I showed some talent there at the end of that commercial, Val, because I actually was able to do my voice as John Stiles. Was that pretty cool or what?
You know, it's always impressive. So impressive.
All right, Val, take it away.
I was just thinking during the commercial, one of the things that I noticed in your commercial, your books aren't just for kids. I was reading somewhere that your style actually works for English as second language learners and language learners. Can you tell us a little bit more about that while I go on turn my mic off?
Hey, yeah, definitely can. You know, when we first came out with the book, our mission, obviously, everybody knows, is children ages 2 through 8. We focus only for that group 2 to 10. Actually, 2 to 10 is our focus group, because we have to instill things into them as young as possible so that they take it into their adulthood. Because your foundation in life is set by 5. Okay, so age 5 is everything that your humanity, your moral, however you want to describe it, foundation is set. So we focus on that age group. And when we designed these books, it was for children to learn at that time when they're supposed to learn. Well, we made it, and then all of a sudden it went out there, and adults started purchasing it. Somebody came to me and said, "Oh, you guys are geniuses. You've created this program, and adults can use it." And I'm like, yeah, I guess we're geniuses. It just happened to be that way. And so adults started purchasing it to use it as English as a second language, which really took off, and I'm very excited about it. Very excited about it.
You know what? I think, I love the fact that the program is designed from 2 to 10, but you brought up something in your conversation early, the 16-year-old who, is being kidnapped for sex trafficking and all that. The program, though, yes, you're planting the seed early, but is there any thoughts to really developing more of a program for the teenager to focus on some of the trials and tribulations that a teenager will face in late middle school, going into high school, and for that matter, prepping them going into college and what to be aware of their surroundings?
Well, we'd love to do that, but you can only pick and choose, I guess, a certain area. We would love to do that because we have so many ideas on how to do it. But if you give that early foundation and you give that early groundwork for the children, that's what you're hoping they don't end up going through, as adults. If you teach kids to treat each other the way they want to be treated, then I don't have to worry about bullying or hurting somebody in school or college. And the programs, like you were just saying, the 16-year-old that remembered it, 8 years went by. And then we had one story where a mom who the children went through buckle up program. So the kids told their mom, we can't roll the car until everybody has the click, because you're gone too quick if you don't hear the click, right? So we designed a program that teaches kids about that. Always listen for the click, make sure it's in. Well, she calls our office and yells at us because she says, how dare you brainwash our kids about we can't drive our car without everybody being buckled up and da 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 da. And I was amazed at it, but I let it go because you just got to, you know. Well, about a year later, this same lady calls our office crying her eyes out hysterically. And we're like, well, we, you know, thinking something's wrong. She goes, I was in a car accident on Route 3, and the state police officer told me I'd be dead right now if I didn't have a seatbelt on. And she wanted to take back her meanness because she said, all I thought was my children not having their mom in their lives. And I'm so ashamed of myself. So it worked. It worked for adults because, you know, the kids are like, you know, I mean, the kids could be yelling and screaming for something else. Why not? Hey, stay safe.
Yeah.
Really.
Now,
So you know that I don't ever have this much traffic. I think that the universe is just going, oh my goodness, we want to see what this lady is doing out here.
this is where you should have a big Kiwanis banner behind you. Ask me about Kiwanis.
Oh,
Handing out membership brochures on the side of the road, or holding the sign instead of, you know, homeless and
They're all
hungry.
looking
Hold
for
the
a
sign,
Wi-Fi
become a
program.
Kiwanian.
I know. You know, there's only 428 houses beyond where I'm sitting. Literally, for 7 miles, there's 428 houses, and we've had all of this traffic, and so I am literally going to put this show on my association's website and say, "This is what I was doing on the side of the road. I'm keeping your kids safe."
Well, they, like John said, they must all be looking for Wi-Fi too. That's why they're driving down there. I mean, geez, community Wi-Fi. All right, go ahead, Val.
You know, when I met you the very first time, you are so approachable and so huggable, and you had promised that there was going to be bells on today. But I'm not seeing any bells. What's up
But
with
you
that?
said you couldn't do it, so I respect
Oh,
it.
no, I said appropriately placed. You know, I think that when I watched a couple of the videos, being able to keep the humor with what we do, also your videos with the kids, it doesn't make stuff scary.
No, no.
No, it's something that really makes us want to watch it and sing it. And I've discovered that even as adults, sometimes we'll be walking in the background going, "Run, run, run."
But you know, you make it happy, right? Happy
Hmm.
humor with music and showing. You know, you give people like myself directions to build a bike, and you're going to get like 12 different parts extra at the end of it. You show me how to build the bike, right? You show me this goes here. I'll build bikes for you like there's no tomorrow, faster than anybody in the world. But to figure it out, it's going to take me forever the first time to do it. So that's how we do it. We make it so that it's easy, music driven, and you make the laughter. If you make it scary, they shut down and they don't want to hear it. You yell at somebody, they shut down and they don't want to hear you. You laugh, you tell them a good joke, and they're yeah, and they're absorbing everything that you're telling them. So
unless they're bad dad jokes, nobody laughs. But anyway,
we have some of those.
But Jim, I think what you're referring to, and I think even today people are this way regardless. You have your visual learners,
yes,
and you have your auditory learners.
Correct.
And the fact that the program can address both at the same time is a perfect blend. Now, we do have a slide deck of pictures, so let us know when you want us to bring those up and we can go through those. You want to do those now? Jim, the pictures?
Which one? I'm sorry. Which one?
The slides that you guys sent to us.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I could talk to. Yeah, definitely. Please.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
This is big. This is the biggest thing that I've ever pulled off in my life, bigger than television that won Emmys. Okay. You know how our world is right now, where everybody hates everybody. Okay. Everybody they've never met the person, but they hate them. Okay. I hate that person. That person is this, that person is that. And you've never met that person. Well, in my Baba Gigi days, my Baba would always say, you treat others the way you want to be treated, and life is a great world. So this is our It's Easy to Be Kind Worldwide Day. We've had 50 artists from 28 countries take part in it. We're going to be airing it on August 11th as the initial sign up, where people can upload a video of their version of them singing our song called It's Easy to Be Kind, which we took about 18 months to design, and it's ready to go. We have our friends down in Tennessee, Nashville. We have the Kiwanis Club of Greater Music City. They're kicking off the same day at Nashville Sounds. They're the AAA of Brewers, okay? The Major League Baseball. They're kicking it off at their stadium, Nashville Sounds, with the Kiwanis Club of Greater Greater Music City, and as well as Muzi, which is the Children's Kindness Network, with Victor down there and his group. And actually, Victor's trying to create a whole day with all the different Kiwanis clubs that are like an hour from the Nashville area, where they could come to the game, support his group down there, support Children's Kindness Network as well, and enjoy the day and get out there and have a great time and just show each other support for being kind. So the day is big, big, big. We have wristbands that say, it's easy to be kind, that want all the clubs, to distribute if they can. That would be a really great opportunity. The clubs could even generate some money from it. That's the best part about it, because everything Little Iguana does, we like to share. So if other Kiwanis clubs want to participate, it's not like a one-way street for them. They're actually generating revenue, saving kids at the same time. So it's kind of.
I would love to be your ambassador out here.
Oh, I would love to. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for kindness ambassadors, one in every state and every country. And really, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's the word we use. We're looking for ambassadors who just are tired of everybody being angry. Basically, I found out why, guys. After my million years of being in the world, I found out why people are mean to other people. It's because they're not happy with who they are or who they've become. Okay, because a person that's just so full of life and so content with themselves, they don't get mad for somebody that's 3,000 miles away that called somebody else a poo-poo cockahead. Okay, it's like, you're just like, wait a minute, my life is a little bit too secure for me that I don't need to strike out. And that's what this day is about. The day is about looking at each other. Hey, Aaron, you look sad today. What's going on? And really mean it, and actually take the time to listen to why you're sad. Val, hey, you're looking great today. You're smiling. What's going on? Well, my kid did. And take the time to listen to it, okay? Instead of the world that, oh, sorry, hang on a second. And they pick up their wallet and they answer their wallet, to pretend it's a phone. Is that, don't ask if you don't really care. And that's what I want to bring back. I want to bring back my grandparents' days, where you helped the neighbor. You saw Mrs. Savitsky across the way raking her lawn. You got off your butt. You went over there and you raked the lawn with Mrs. Savitsky, because Mrs. Savitsky was 70 years old and you were 16 years old. And you did that because that is why you're on this planet. You're practicing to be a Kiwanian. That I always joke, when I started the shoveling the sidewalks at 8 years old, and the raking of the leaves and the cutting of the grass, I was just practicing to be a Kiwanian. That's all it was.
I love it.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm getting crabbed.
For almost 19 years. Jim, when we end the show, for almost 19 years, I end the show with a statement about kindness. And I'll just leave it at that, because I'll say it at the end. So take note of what I use as a close of every show. I do want to say this though about the book. If at any point you want to turn that into an audiobook, okay, and you need a voice for it,
Yeah.
hook me up.
Well, you got to do character voices. We have it online now. It is an audiobook now.
Oh, okay. I haven't gotten that far.
It does different voices for us, different character voices. And
Cool.
It's really cool. Like I said, we have the new one. This is called The Gift from the Heart. And the new one that's coming out, it's actually being recorded right now, is called The Online Secret. It's about people being approached online and falling prey. I get people go, oh, you shouldn't be teaching that to young kids. And I'm like, you have to, because if I wait to teach it to them after they have an incident, then I fail.
It's too late.
Proactive prevention program, not a reactive. Now we got to pour a ton of money into something to fix the broken wagon. We just make sure the wagon doesn't get broken in the beginning. And then we save lives, we save money, we save time, we save misery for families. So
I'm having a brainstorm right now, Jim, that is absolutely huge. We have a brand new, well, not brand new, 6 months in Kiwanis Club. It's called Kiwanis Star, Sex Trafficking Awareness and Resources.
Yeah.
It's connected with the FBI, Three Strands, and Thorn that are teaching teenagers about the safety network, and they're trying to figure out how, because all of them have access to elementary all the way through.
Yep.
I would like to get you guys connected. So Gail Serrata, if you're out there and you're listening today, Jim is your person, because this is that they are trying to get these resources out to kids as young as they can possibly do it.
Well,
And
definitely us, because we don't invent the safety aspect of it, Val. I mean, we all know that we need to buckle up. I didn't invent that. I didn't invent look both ways before you cross the street. I didn't invent, like you're saying, online, don't fall prey, even though that kid makes you feel so good. He might be a 44-year-old bad man, okay? So you just need to explain it to them in a way that they understand. That's
John,
all.
they finally caught you, John.
we only do it because it's fun, and we do it in a way we've perfected a way to deliver messages to children. That's all.
Herman, a few minutes ago, Herman, I don't know if you guys saw it come up in the across the screen, but Herman reminded us that Kiwanis' second objective is, quote, to encourage the daily living of the golden rule in all human relationships.
I love that. And that's
and
what
it was
we
adopted
need.
100 years ago.
A very smart man, because that's exactly how we change our world. Imagine this. Imagine everybody waking up tomorrow, like we just started new. We give up everything we did in the past. I forgive you. Okay. Today we wake up and we say, we're going to treat everyone the way we want to be treated. And before I do something, remember that big campaign, What Would Jesus Do kind of world, and they ended up, becoming $1 billion brand of What Would Jesus Do kind of thing. That's what we wanted to do with Little Iguana, with the It's Easy to Be Kind and world kindness for us and everyone around us. Is just treat others the way you want to be treated. Then we don't have to have a bullying program. We don't have to have this kind of program. We don't have to have this kind of program, because all of that went away. Number one cause of drugs and alcohol in our world is a crappy childhood. It has been since the cavemen days, and it will be for the rest of our lives. Okay. So there's no getting around it. What we need to do is figure out, how do we do it? How do we change that? Okay. Number one cause of drugs and alcohol is something that can be treated. We could just help kids figure out life, what path to take. Do I go down this path and do bad things? Do I go down this path and help? And if you show them both paths, a lot of people like going down to help others. If you don't ever show it to them, they've never seen it. They don't know that you can do that. And the feelings that they get. That's why Kiwanis is something that I like, because it has the younger programs. And that's why we wanted, as Little Iguana, to become that, hey guys, here's an opportunity for you to use a program that's so easy. It doesn't cost you a ton of money to do it. You do it in any format that you want. Like we call Share the Read. if people can take books and put them into the libraries and put them into the Head Starts, put them into the Title Ones, distribute them in their community, they teach how to read. And then you want them to share that book. So as soon as they learn how to read, they share the read. They give that book to someone else. And if we could take that same one, that same one book, and we give it to 25 million people, I'm happy with it. I'm okay because I taught you how to read, and I'm okay with only selling one book and 40 million people read it. I'm okay with it. But, we have a lot of groups that could definitely use it. I mean, our society, we've got less than a 30% reading proficiency level in 3rd, 4th grade. And that's not me making it up. I'm just saying fact. So why can't we just try something a little different today? See if it changes. Maybe we can get it to 37%. We should be at 90%, 95%. And that's when we should be satisfied, not 30, 40%. That's all.
And with the website, let me just give that out real quickly. It's www.guanausa.com. It's right there behind John there in terms of the spelling. I mean, Jim, just add USA.org. The office phone number 603-881-9805. Again, that's 603-881-9805. It's www.liliguanausa.org.
Yes.
Go ahead, Val.
Well, I was just looking at all the people that are popping in, and one of the comments that came across on my cell phone just directly behind me is that this is the last day of Mental Health Awareness Month. And originally I was thinking I'd do a show about kids' mental health and bring in mental health specialists. And lo and behold, I've got you. Because this truly is dialing into mental health, and trauma is one of the number one causes of suicide in kids. And right. It is not the physical trauma, it is the emotional trauma. It's the things that they encounter on the playground. And so you're speaking to the heart of what this month is all about. And I think that if every single Kiwanian were to carry this message forward, that and sing that Little Iguana songs, and know that this is helping every child that they encounter. They may not know it now, but somewhere along the way they're going to say, I went to that Kiwanis program that had the green lizard, the iguana, and that's what saved my life, because I didn't text while driving, or I didn't do the seatbelts, or whatever the program is that they remember that a Kiwanian was able to do. Because for a lot of our Kiwanians, they don't know how to reach the new modern kid, and if you reach the new modern kid through your heart and your giving. And so thank you. And I know, Aaron, you probably have tons of questions, but when I fall into a love fest, I just babble. So
hey,
take
listen,
it away.
It's interesting, because in all the years that I've been in Kiwanis, and we talk about this with anybody who's considering becoming a member, that the options of participation are so vast within every club, or on a district level or an international level, that people can really decide where they want to spend their time to help, whether it's a food pantry, kids, reading, whatever it is. But when you have a program that you're passionate about, you really can't speak enough about it, and to be able to spread Jim's message again, because this will be the third time we've had an opportunity to present Little Iguana through a Kiwanis Connect show at convention last year. And then subsequently after that, we had him on as a guest as well. And now for number 3, there's nothing wrong with feeling the passion and continue to talk about it. Thank you, Gal. God only knows that you guys can appreciate this. As someone who does public speaking, whether it's a lieutenant governor or in front of a camera or doing commercials and chatting with kids, once we get going, there ain't no stopping us once that passion starts being fueled, guys. And so for those who are sitting there saying, man, these guys are just babbling on, you know what? Just grin and bear it, because the message is worth talking about. That's why.
Every day.
We
every
can't
day.
keep it in the
we're gonna go
closet.
to
We tried that, guys, right? Didn't we
Yeah.
keep it in the closet forever? I mean, how many years? How many horrific stories? How many, like you were saying, abuse and neglect? A lot of my friends had hurt themselves, killed themselves even because of the world, hurting them. So why can't we try something different? Give it a shot. What do we got to lose? What do
No,
we have to lose?
you have nothing to lose other than gaining a friend, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're going to step aside a little early for our last break. Want to wrap up with Jim, find out what other programs he's got going on. Of course, Val on the road, in this case, literally on the road. And then, of course, Andy's favorite segment, and the book's been sitting here, Bad Dad Jokes, to wrap up the month of May. You're watching Kiwanis Connects. Thank you for all the messages coming in for me, but I want to remind everybody, July 12th is a Friday, and that is the day that I will be back on the air when this hiatus for Kiwanis Connects is over, unless Val tells me something different. But either way, this is only a little break during my transition. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back. Thanks to the efforts of the Cal Neva District of Kiwanis, there's been a Kiwanis presence in the Rose Bowl Parade for more than half of the New Year's Day Parade since 1921. In the past, our efforts were funded through club sponsorships, outside sponsorships, by the generous donations from Kiwanis members or club foundations sponsoring riders on the Kiwanis float itself. The District Rose Float Committee handles fundraising, and the Kiwanis Rose Float Club secures and organizes the volunteers. When Kiwanis International wanted to sponsor a large portion of our float, momentum from our clubs was lost due to any fundraising. The time has come to have our clubs increase their involvement in the fundraising efforts. But the Rose Float Kiwanis Club needs the help from all Kiwanis clubs, its members, and businesses to answer the call for support. Visit our Kiwanis Rose Float page on Facebook. Help make sure that Kiwanis International will let the world continue to smell the roses for a long time. At Kiwanis Family House, we build communities and give hope. But when someone is sick, families can be tested in ways they never imagined. Parents have to travel far from home to get their child the complex medical care needed. They may have to miss work and worry about paying the bills, and all the while, trying to keep their family together. That's where Kiwanis Family House comes in. Kiwanis Family House provides a home away from home for families with sick family members receiving treatment at nearby hospitals. Families stay at Kiwanis Family House for as long as they need. This allows them to be close to their sick family member and each other during a stressful time. Every day, Kiwanis Family House witnesses how families are a powerful source of support and healing during difficult times due to illness or trauma. Every day, Kiwanis Family House celebrates the importance of family and the power of love and support. All right, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. Jim Tomaszewski's with us. Lil Iguana. Doesn't look like an iguana, but he can be a good iguana if you want him to. And of course, Doc Val on the side of the road, stopping traffic because people have never seen so much excitement in this part of California. They're wondering just what the heck's going on. Anyway, and I'm Aaron Phillips, just anchoring all of this fun stuff here. So I want to go back to Jim. Jim, take a couple of minutes. Let's bring us up to speed on maybe any other new programs, projects that you're either doing or ones that are on the slate to take place as well.
Well, there really are a bazillion. We have an opportunity to create some animated shorts to put on television as fillers to get our messages out. So we're working with corporates, looking for corporate sponsors, businesses, other organizations that would like to have their name before the short put on TV, then the ending. I mean, that's huge because, I mean, if we get but when we get our shorts onto all the television stations that we had them in the past, you're talking 50 million homes. So that's our big one. And then eventually a daily television series, an 11-minute television series that's fun, happy, music driven, teach kids everything that they need to teach in a fun way. Of course, the reading challenge we talked about, which is very big, and it's easy to be kind. There's so many people, the New England, Bermuda district, there's the Kentucky, Tennessee district of Kiwanis, that are helping. Just so many people are joining on because it's such a wonderful cause. And honestly, we don't have enough time. Even just today, I mean, I'm sitting here in my office with the door closed because we have a what we call a clothing donation / sale where people that need clothes can come in and get used clothes for free. We do it twice a year: shoes, baby products, you name it. Cribs, carriages, pack and plays. Just it's overwhelming. The volunteers we have are just unbelievable. But the main thing that we want to convey to everybody is, for the Kiwanis groups to look into what we do and to give us a call to see, hey, can we take part in anything for them? Whether it's safety programs for children, whether it's the organization that Doc Val had talked about in the beginning. There's just so many opportunities to bring Little Iguana, and like I always say to people, the worst that will happen is we will save lives.
Right.
Together, here you're part of it. And then it also, like for our chapter up here in Nashville, we were on the verge of losing our charter because we didn't have enough members. So we went out and said, okay, we're gonna take Little Iguana and we're gonna use Little Iguana to help in our community. We get five new members, that know about who Little Iguana is, that want to help, and now we're going to do another campaign to attract more people because they see the value in helping. So if I'm going to volunteer my time, I want to see an outcome. I want to see something these days because that's what people are looking for, and this gives them just that. It gives them an outcome, a life saved. So
Jim, if somebody right now watching wants to, let's say, make a personal donation to support the cause, how can somebody do that?
Well, if they want to do that, they can go right to our website and go to littleiguanausa.org, and go under donation, or, they could, I even tell people if they want to donate straight up, great. But if they could purchase a book for themselves, purchase a book for somebody within their community that they know could use it, or a school or a church group or another nonprofit that helps children, I mean, that's better to us than anything if they can do that.
If you want to reach out to Jim, give him a call. 603-881-9805 is the office. 603-881-9805. Do I have your permission to give your cell number as well?
Oh, sure. Go for it. Absolutely.
Cell number, if you want to get him direct and avoid the operator, 603-930-4642. That's 603-930-4642. Call now. Operators are standing by.
For the next 5 minutes.
For the next 5 minutes, exactly. So, all right. Thank you for all of that. Listen, we're excited for the update, and we'll keep bringing Little Iguana forward as best we can.
Appreciate it.
Val, literally, are you ready for being on the road? All right. Here we go. Val on the road. Up next.
Woo-hoo. I am literally on the side of the road right now. I do a power outage at my home. So I'm not waiting for AAA. Don't worry about me. I do take care of my car. But
beep your horn.
Absolutely. When I come to see you guys, I'm going to be in Las Vegas next week for 12 short hours, but it's well worth it because I want to make sure that when Aaron gets on the road, he knows that he's got all the love in the world behind you as you head to Virginia Beach. It's another reason to go to Virginia Beach. But over the next couple, it's like, was it 6 weeks that we have as a hiatus? I will be a part of our Calneva Foundation, and I'm putting it out there that I want to be a major player in our Calneva Foundation because I think that we need to partner with programs like Little Iguana and make sure that as many kids that we touch are safe every single day. And our monies that are being donated need to go to these kind of programs. And so that's Rancho Cucamonga. I'll be going to International Convention. I hope all of you who are watching are Kiwanians come to our international convention in Denver. We're making some really big decisions, and I'm going to do my 1,000 hug challenge because I want to collect 1,000 hugs to fill my hug bank. And I'm going to be recording why it's great to be a Kiwanian. Why do you love being a Kiwanian? And we're going to use that as part of our next commercial series. And maybe you could be on one of our commercials. And I know Aaron's going to talk about that. I'll also be in Tupelo, Mississippi. Say that 5 times fast. Because, yeah, who knew? And it's because the Elamiston district is having their district convention, and I'm a member of the Elamiston district. And so I said, you know what? I love one of their vice governor candidates, and if I get a chance to vote for her, then I will have made my month. And so headed out there to support my friend Laura. And then beyond that, I'm actually going to be going to the Georgia district and meeting up because I actually discovered I have distant family in Georgia. So what better way than to recruit my new family into Kiwanis? So lots going on, and I'm going to see my grandbaby for the first time. Miles is a month old, and so it's like whoop whoop, and get hugs from Evan. So I'm on the road a lot.
Right on. Well, that's a great report. John Stiles has a comment. God help us all.
Val, I just want to say, I think you're as sweet as Tupelo honey.
I don't even know what that means, but okay. That's your
song.
wonderful.
And Morrison.
It's a song.
He's as sweet
Okay.
as Tupelo honey.
Whenever you
I'm
have
going to look at the album and play it because I'm sure we have the album at home.
That's on my playlist, John. I love that song, actually.
Yep,
On my playlist, seriously. I sing it out loud all the time.
Oh my God! So you're that guy in the car at a red light that's doing karaoke?
I turn my face to you, and I'm all red.
Oh my God! That's when everybody's speed dialing for 911 that there's a crazy guy next to him,
looking under their car to see what cat they just hit. Yeah, that's me. I'm that singer.
All right. Well, you know what time it is. Is Andy in earshot? Is he coming to join you on the set? Where's Andy?
Andy is at Starbucks, and so he's listening online.
Oh, all right. So I hope he saw my shorts. I got shorts on for this final rendition before hiatus of bad dad jokes. John, take it away. All right. I could just watch that little TikTok
so funny
every day. Every day. God bless her. We're gonna have to track down who that is because I'd like to get her on the show as a guest at some point. Okay, Andy is in the chat room. He's clamoring for dad jokes. But first, I want to repeat the one. Andy's on the side of the road for this. Oh my God!
Right behind you. Look out!
No pressure. I hope you can move fast. So I'm going to start it off with one that John Crawford dumped into the chat room real quickly. What do you call an alligator wearing a vest? An investigator. John Crawford, there's nothing worse than a guest overshadowing the host of the show. So that's that one. Anyway. All right, here we go. Got the book open. I'm going to share a couple for the last couple of weeks of May. If you like them, great. If you don't, too bad. Anyway, fair winds and following seas here. Oh, thank you, Herman. Appreciate it, bud. All right, here you go. Number one. What did the tree wear to the pool party?
Leaves?
Swimming trunks. Oh boy, I'm off to a crappy start. Oh shit. What do you call an alligator that wears a vest?
Investigator.
All right, here you go. Hopefully they get better from there.
See you later.
What goes zub? What goes zub zub? A bee flying backwards. Come on. All right, I got a little smart gay. I got a little chuckle. I'm getting there. Getting there. When did you buy a chicken? When it's going cheap. Cheap. Okay. Oh, Val's warming up now. There you go. Val's warming up now. Hopefully she's going to get arrested. Yeah, because nobody will know why she's laughing. She's just staring into her camera with earbuds in, and people are going to go, "What the?" Anyway, if you're in the area of Val, just ride by and look out the window and go like that. Oh, see, there goes one right now. Perfect timing. I don't like that one.
The sheriff is actually parked just out of camera shot.
Oh, so. Hey, what does a skeleton say before he eats? Bon appetit.
Oh.
You need a new book.
I know. I just got it. I have 2 more at home, just like what did the Atlantic Ocean say to the Indian Ocean? Please try to be more Pacific. Oh, come on.
That was all right. I like that one.
Give a guy his last dues, will you please? Come on. Please, Louise. What do you call a guy with a seagull on his head? Cliff. Are they laughing, John? That's all I want to know. Are they laughing? What do snowmen call their fancy annual dance?
Snowball.
The snowball. That's right.
Nice.
No. Hey, what's small and red and has a rough voice? A horseradish.
Oh, I would get another book.
Wow.
Oh, did that come out? Was that my filter not working? Oh, sorry. Bon appetit.
Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. What's orange and sounds like parrot? Like parrot, like the bird. What's orange and sounds like parrot? What's that now?
Carrot.
You stole my thunder. Yes, carrot. My gosh. What is black and white and looks like a penguin?
A penguin.
A penguin. There you have it. I'm done. Oh, I got that one. Yes. John, we got him on that one. The most cheapest of them all. I got them all. I got him on that. All right. That does it for the final show pre-hiatus. Bad Jokes will continue on Friday, July 12th. Hopefully, we'll have a few more to thank you, Gary. They'll have a few weeks to do and get better. I'll put them in the pot and stir them around. Leanne, I'll look you up, my foster daughter. Oh, absolutely. Please do. Who, Leanne? King George. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far King George is. Yeah, I don't know how far King George. I don't know how far King George is from Virginia Beach, but we'll figure it out, Leanne. Thank you. Oh, Andy, that's it. You know what? All of you who didn't laugh too bad on you. Andy says, nice job today. That's all I care about. I got the Andy stamp of approval in my shorts and everything. There you have it. All right.
You know, Aaron, I am so thrilled to partner with you and be a co-host because we have so much fun and we have the most amazing guests. And so you have earned your 6 weeks off. But please know, we got to come back and do this upright. So thank you, Jim, so much for taking the time out. I know this is a busy day for you. It was so important to have you today. So thank you.
Oh, love being with you guys. You guys are awesome. Always.
Thank you, Jim. I just want to remind everybody, and again, I want to say this in all seriousness. I love what I do behind a microphone, whether it's hosting shows, producing shows, doing wrestling commentary, voiceovers, commercials, whatever. I just want to let everybody know I'm not retiring from this. My wife is retiring from education. I have no choice to follow who makes the money in the house. I don't. I have to follow the money. You know what I'm saying? So I have
sugar mama. You got yourself a sugar mama, Aaron.
Exactly.
How did you get one of those?
Exactly. Well, be married 35 years and just say yes all the time. That's how you do it. But anyway, so the hiatus is predicated on the fact that it's the move, it's the transition, and I got to set up my studio. So, folks, thank you for all the well wishes of travel. the good news is, or maybe it's not, for Cal Neva, I'm still a member of the Rose Flow Kiwanis Club. I'm still a member of the Literacy Club right now, and I would expect those two to continue. Gary Graham has given me information on 2 clubs to look into when I get to Virginia Beach, and I will do that. I appreciate that, Gary. So, folks, I just want to say thank you for the love and support on this show. We do have a blast. Yes, we talk about serious topics like what Little Iguana does for 10-year-olds and what it does really for everybody. But the same token, we do mix it up with laughter, because if you can't laugh a little bit, where are we, right? I mean, so Val.
It's too important to take seriously.
That's right. Life is as well, but we try to make them laugh anyway. But when I can make Val laugh enough to roll out of her chair, then I know I've accomplished something. So here we go. So come on in, Melissa. Melissa can come in. Mike, come on. Yeah, you're good. I have someone coming in the studio. I saw the door opening slowly. Then it was closing. Then it was opening. Okay. So, Jim, thank you again. Val, final thoughts before we say goodbye.
It's the beginning of the summer, and this is the time when children are the least safe. And so please, please, please make sure that you're taking care of our kiddos and that you have a great time. And thank you, Jim. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody who's been watching. Mahalo, and see you in July.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve Nagel. Yes, it all started in New Jersey. Kathy, yes, thank you. Safe travels. So I'll see you all on the 12th, Val. I look forward to seeing you next week. And Andy, and yes, Andy, I know you're still listening. I will wear shorts just to make you happy. As always, folks, Jim, here's my closing line. Feel free to use it as long as you quote me for it. Everybody, just remember this. Be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. Listen, have a great, safe June. We will be re-airing shows during the month so that you don't forget us, but at the same time, enjoy the next couple of weeks off. We'll see you in July. Thank everybody for watching. We'll see you next time right here in Kiwanis Connects, everybody. Thank you for watching.
This is for you, Andy.